Look, I need to talk to you about something that comes up all the time with guys I work with. You're in your 40s, 50s, maybe 60s or beyond, and you're talking to a younger woman. Things are going well, and then she drops it, "You're too old for me." Or maybe she just asks your age in that tone that makes it clear she's thinking it. And what do most guys do? They freeze. They get defensive. They walk away feeling embarrassed, like they just got rejected and there's nothing they can do about it. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be this way. I'm Dr. Emma Blake, your trusted men's health advisor. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to respond when a woman says you're too old. We're covering 3 fatal mistakes guys make that kill her interest, plus 2 perfect responses that actually turn this moment of potential rejection into attraction. Stick with me, because this is going to change how you handle these situations forever. If you're serious about improving your confidence with women, hit that subscribe button right now. All right, let's get into it. First, I want you to understand something important. If you're an older guy talking to a younger woman, you're actually at an advantage, not a disadvantage. I know that sounds crazy when she's telling you you're too old, but hear me out. An older man is naturally perceived as more mature, more experienced, more intelligent, and of higher social value by younger women. Your age is an asset. There are tons of studies showing that women are actually attracted to men who are older than them. It's literally in our DNA. I have clients dating women 10, 15, even 20 years younger. Age gives you value and power in the dating scene, if you know how to use it. But here's the catch. The older you are, the more likely you are to be tested by younger women. She's going to challenge you to see if you're actually as competent and mature as she assumes, or if you're going to crumble under pressure. And more often than not, when a woman tells you you're too old, it's just a test. There are simple ways to pass this test and amplify her attraction, but most guys make one of 3 fatal mistakes that completely kill her interest. Let me show you what not to do. The first mistake is what I call explainer mode. This is when she says you're too old, and you immediately start defending yourself. You say things like, "Yeah, but I don't really look my age. I stay in shape." Or, "It's only 10 years, that's not too much." Or, "Older guys are more mature and better in bed." When you explain why your age isn't a problem, you're basically selling yourself to her. You're trying to convince her to give you a chance. And honestly, that's a massive turnoff. It tells her that you secretly see her as too good for you. There's no chance of attracting her when you're qualifying yourself like this. The second mistake is getting stuck in your head. She says you're too old and you just freeze. You don't know what to say, you get awkward, she can sense that she's completely thrown you off, and it's game over. You failed the test. The third mistake is getting angry or defensive. She says you're too old and you snap back with something like, "That's not a nice thing to say," or "You're just immature," or "I wouldn't be too old if I had a Ferrari, would I?" Getting angry or defensive is a kiss of death. You're putting negative energy into the interaction, and it shows her how much her approval means to you. You've lost control, and that means you've lost her interest and respect. So now that you know what not to do, let's talk about what you should do. There are 2 great ways to handle this, and either one works really well. The first tactic is to play it off like it's no big deal. She says you're too old, and you just say, "Yeah, sure," with a little smirk and keep talking like nothing happened. Or even better, you say, "I know, right?" and move on to the next topic. Here's another great line. She says you're too old, and you say, "Don't worry, you'll love me anyway," and just continue the conversation. You're letting this so-called rejection roll off of you like it's not even worth your attention. This shows how incredibly secure and self-assured you are. She just said you're too old, but you're completely unfazed. And in that split second, her attraction for you is going to go through the roof. You've passed her test. The second tactic is to agree and exaggerate. This is a classic humor technique. She says something, you agree with her premise, and then you exaggerate it to an absurd degree as a joke. So she says you're too old, and you respond with something like, "You're right, I am too old. I actually fought in both world wars. Not many people can say that." Or, "Yeah, I'm old. I'm actually a lot older than I look. This is all plastic surgery. Do you think I should get a boob job next? You're taking her comment and elevating it to make it ridiculous. This does two things. First, it makes her laugh and shows that you don't take yourself seriously. Second, it shows that you're so unbothered by her comment that you're certain she's going to like you anyway. This confidence is what drives her wild. At this point, no matter which tactic you choose, you're in a good position. You can literally use one of the lines I just shared with you, and you'll create those sparks of attraction immediately. And you know what? Once you get past this moment and things start moving forward, a lot of guys realize they don't actually know how to have the deeper conversations that create real intimacy and desire. They're guessing what she wants instead of confidently asking the right questions. That's why I put together a free guide called 20 Best Sexual Questions to Ask a Woman. These aren't your typical surface-level questions. These are conversation starters that create instant emotional intimacy, build sexual tension, and reveal her deepest desires without any awkwardness. The kind of questions that make her feel truly seen and position you as the emotionally intelligent man she's been looking for. You can download it for free in the description below. All right, let's bring this home. When a woman says you're too old, remember it's usually just a test. Don't explain yourself, don't freeze up, don't get defensive. Instead, play it off like it's no big deal, or agree and exaggerate to make her laugh. Show her you're unfazed, confident, and secure in your value. Your age is an asset. Use it. If this was helpful, smash that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Let me know if you've ever had this happen and how you handled it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.